So I just released a video from SmashJT.com talking about Amanda, the developer over at Firewalk Studios, and how she's trying to garner sympathy and say that, oh, people's jobs are at stake, financially stressed, all that stuff, and expecting gamers to feel, angry or sad over the fact that these developers might lose their job, even though they hate us. Well, now this is a prime example of why I will never feel bad when certain people have financial risk to their livelihoods. We have an article here from That Park Place with a headline that reads, Genshin Impact and Fire Emblem Heroes voice actor Chelsea Rebecca melt down after YouTube rejects cancel campaign against Nerdrotic, Geeks and Gamers, and Ryan Cannell.
I am the Black Panther. Ibombe!
Ibombe! Ibombe! Ibombe! Ibombe!
Now, again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the reason why I will never sit up here and pretend that I will ever be sad, upset, angry, or whatever that people are losing their jobs in the gaming industry. Never. Because these are the people who openly advocate for not only our erasure every chance that they fucking get, but if we were to get demonetized today, they would be celebrating the same exact day. And they will celebrate for weeks on end, months on end. They will celebrate for as long as that demonetization is active. They do not like us. They do not like our ideology. They do not like our opinions. They do not like the fact that we are free to have a conversation. These are shills in the mainstream industry, and they get paid to be shills. So since they have sold their souls to the shill devil, they expect everybody else to do the same. And if you do not do that, then you are their enemy. Well, apparently Chelsea Rebecca now has put that entire ideology on full display by melting down. So let's get into this article from That Park Place. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. Chelsea Rebecca, a voice actress for Genshin Impact and Fire Emblem Heroes, as well as the co-host of the YouTube channel Deadmeat, melted down after YouTube rejected the apparent organized cancel campaign against Nerdrotic, Geeks and Gamers, and Ryan Cannell. Numerous Disney Star Wars fans attempted to get the three aforementioned individuals and their channels demonetized on YouTube. As an example, Molly Damon posted on X, I've spoken at length about all of this in the past, but the only way things get better is if Team YouTube does something to discourage this kind of content. Until then, it will only get worse. Now, here's the ironic thing. Molly is actually trying to pretend as if she wasn't the first people to put out this post. She's trying to say, oh, I just quote tweeted what I saw. So again, they never want to take responsibility, especially when something fails. We see this happen all the time with the modern audience. This is why when the Acolyte got canceled, I'm looking around like, okay, well, where was the modern audience? Nobody wanted to say anything. When Concord got canceled after 10 days, I look around, I say, okay, where was the modern audience? Nobody wants to take accountability. Then you got the Rewriting Ripley Pod account, also posted a handful of YouTubers, blah, blah, blah. We already know, fuck them, right? Let's read what it actually has to say. YouTube eventually responded to the Rewriting Ripley Pod after the account pressed them to take action, writing, hello, Team YouTube. The Star Wars community would at the very least appreciate a formal response or update in regards to our well-documented and pressing concerns about YouTubers pushing prolonged harassment on your platform. Now, well-documented, I would think that's a stretch, okay? It's not well-documented. It is extremely, I would say it's extreme bullshit, okay? These are the people that are trying to pass off criticism against actors, criticism against TV shows as hatred and targeted harassment. Imagine being that person who is shilling so hard for a millionaire that you publicly try to say, leave the poor millionaire alone. How dare you attack that poor millionaire, that marginalized millionaire? What's wrong with you? Rebecca did not take this response well at all. She appeared to respond to it by accusing Nerdrotic, Geeks and Gamers, and Ryan Cannell of being bigots. She wrote, fully realizing what certain people could get away with on YouTube just on the basis of what film/TV they cover is making me go nuclear Joker brain. Whatever the fuck that means. In a subsequent post, she added, it really feels like if you cover media that's intended for children or general audiences, you can get away with being a full-on bigot. It's nuts. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Media intended for children. This is why you have a fundamental misunderstanding of the content that you supposedly enjoy on a daily basis. Again, right? General audiences. How are you putting general audiences and children in the same fucking sentence, right? Children content is children content, and you can easily see the difference. Star Wars is not that. Star Wars has absolutely been for the younger, I would say probably like 20-year-old to 35-year-old, I would say male, kind of viewer. At least that's how it was in the beginning. And obviously people grew up with it. Now you have older people passing it off to their kids or their young adults and whatnot. So it's something that's kind of generational. To say that it's meant for children, you're a fucking joke. You have no idea what you're talking about. It's very clear this person's a tourist to the entire scene. But I mean, that's neither here nor there. But then, of course, she says that they could get away with being a full-on bigot. About 20 minutes later, she directly responded to YouTube's post, seemingly confirming that she was indeed referencing Neurotic, Geeks and Gamers, and Ryan Cannell with the bunch of question marks. This is your brain on woke, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot understand how the world does not bend to your will, right? When all of a sudden you realize that reality is not surrounding you, like reality is not based on you. You're not the sun to the world, right? Nobody just revolves around you. When you realize that, all you could do is spam question marks and freak out. Rebecca's comments are not surprising. Back in 2020, she wrote the following: the majority of our viewer base is this exact demographic: male, white, and teen. Oh, wait, what? So you admit to this. Please, YouTube, let creators choose what ads air on their videos so we can stop getting ads for PragerU and other gateways to right-wing radicalization. So yeah, because every single teen who's white and male is apparently a right-wing radical. I mean, guys, this is the problem, right? This is the problem. They admit that they know who their fan base is. And I've said this so many times. Do not let them gaslight you into thinking that they genuinely believe that their audience is all gay and all female. Don't let them fucking gaslight you, because they know exactly who their audience is when it comes to video games, movies, TV shows. They know who it is. And for the most part, it is the young to middle-aged male adult who may happen to be white. Yes, that's a thing. It may happen to be a white male, but that is usually it. A young to middle-aged male adult. And they cannot stand it. They fucking hate it. But they cannot go without a job, obviously. So they're going to take this job knowing that the audience that they're making content for, they can't stand, which is why they're constantly trying to change what the content is in the hopes that the modern audience shows up, but they never do. She says, I love all you kids so much, and I'm outspoken and argumentative on Twitter out of extreme worry. You're not worried. Stop it. This is the white girl savior complex. The right is not your friend. Neither are you. I want to make it very clear, as a Puerto Rican male, neither is a white female liberal. There is no such thing as a white female liberal that is your fucking friend. That does not exist. The right is not your friend, and if I make even one of you reconsider the path, then I've done my job as a responsible YouTuber, she added in a subsequent post. A responsible YouTuber. Wow, you're so amazing. God, the virtue is just seething out of you. It must be amazing to wake up and be such a virtuous human being. Unsurprisingly, she appeared to denigrate white people in Kentucky while also espousing a belief in communism back in 2020. She shared a gift from the movie Bubble Boy and wrote, me going to Kentucky to canvass for Booker in the general. In a response to another user, she wrote, good thing I'm a very white and unassuming. I will make all your grandpas into comrades. Wow. Okay, so we have a very clear example of a white liberal female who has a virtue savior complex where she thinks that her point of view is the entire world's point of view. And if you don't do what she says, then you're not the proper kind of black person. You're not the proper kind of POC, whatever, right? This is the same person that will pretend to be all about people of color, but then the moment you disagree with her, she's calling you an Uncle Tom. Fuck these people, okay? She is not your friend. She never will be your friend, and they don't care, right? Because in her house, she doesn't have a single black person in sight. In her house, in her neighborhood, she lives in a very white area, guaranteed. She does not care. She will never care about POCs, and she's just using you as a means to virtue signal on Twitter so that her other white friends don't call her racist. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.